Well, hello there, YouTube. Nope, it's not as beautiful as it was yesterday. It's been raining most of the morning. But welcome to a 49-degree Tuesday, the 30th of January. We're about to roll out the first month of the year. Still not even used to writing 24. Although I say that, I write it because the 24 models of everything come out early. So it's crazy. You're already been writing 24 for a while, and you're going, it's not 24 yet, or whatever the year is. Been doing that since the 80s. Like a caterpillar or something rolling around out in the woods back there. But anyway, I think it's supposed to look like this next couple of days. It's just going to be what's going to be. It's January in the Pacific Northwest. Expect some wetness. But anyway, let's bust out a day. At least it's not raining down here at GC's. They're doing all kinds of work on them, on our tanks down there. I wonder what all that is, or maybe that's not the tanks, but that's where the fill spots are. I've seen them out here filling enough times. The last island's closed down. That's diesel only on that one. Maybe that's what they're working on, is the diesel side. Look how empty it is out there. It's a quiet Tuesday, I reckon. Tuesday's gonna be that way. But it feels really nice out here. Very nice. Well, Mama, it's 50 degrees and shockingly dry here.
I know it. I'll take the dry.
More than half the way down was rain and wet.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the freeways just dried up, and here we are. Heck yeah. Well, Mama, we made it to Tuesday. We did. Go in there and bust a day out and go home, start it all over again. I know it. All right, Mama. All right. Well, have yourself a wonderful day. You too. All right. Love you. See you. Bye. I love you. Bye-bye now. Bye. So Kelly and the service director sorting this thing out. He's got to get a hold of BMW. This battery was ordered on the 18th and it's still not here. So they're doing a search and found the PO with BMW, and there's no information. Nothing's showing that it was sent, that it's coming. Nothing. And you go to the next step to look at the invoice number, and it says there's an error. So here she sits. I don't know that it's actually sold, so I might just put that sign on to tag it. But it was a used bike. It was a story with it. It was a trade-in for something, don't know what. And anyway, so waiting for a battery on that. I'm doing side-by-side stuff all day. Last one, this one had some stickers that had to be replaced on it, and then other ones being built. You can see there's everything's running around just side by side after side by side. But yeah, it was so beautiful, and then it started to rain, and yeah, but it's clearing up now. But it's getting towards the end of the day, so. Oh, my 15W50 4T MotorEx oil didn't show up. The liters weren't a part of the order, so Kelly ordered me 4 liters, and then they ordered a couple of cases to, put on stock. So I go walking up there, and they're putting stock away that did show up today, which my oil would have shown up, but for whatever reason they didn't order the 1550 liters. And there's 4-liter bottles. So I bought a big 4-liter bottle. Kelly goes, "What do you want me to do with the 4 liters I've ordered?" I said, "Keep them. Got 4 motorcycles that use that oil. It's not like we won't use it. Who knows, the price will go up." But so anyway, we'll do an oil change in the Himalayan tonight. But yeah, work-wise, not a whole lot to film. It's been goofing off. Tim's found himself something else out there. I think it's another side-by-side, a small one. Keep me busy here for a minute or two. This little bad boy. That's the boing to boing racer here. Motocross. God almighty. Things are expensive nowadays. Have oil, will travel. I got her in a big 4-liter bottle. I actually saved, I think it was like $5 or $6 buying it in the 4-liter thing instead of 4 liters, you know. Have key will travel, have oil will travel. But I'm gonna get this thing out away from being parked inside there and warm her up a bit here, dump the oil, do a quick oil change on this thing. I've got lots of oil filters. I got filters that will outlast the bikes, that's for sure. I need to order one of those, you know, get them from India. It's a pack, because the 350 takes a different oil filter. Actually, I think that 23 Himalayan that I remember where I was doing the UVI, and it was so close to the first service, and they paid me an hour and a half to do the UVI. I just did the whole first service on it, and but that thing didn't last long. Poof, it was out of there. It sat around on the floor for weeks out there, and kind of being tossed around the area. Maybe it's not set up or put up for sale until it goes through the UVI. I don't know how their system works up there, but I did the UVI. It was like literally the next day that thing was gone. So anyway, that was that. It was a red and, I mean, a white and teal color, I think it was. But anyway, it had that newer style filter, because I was going to bring my filter, because our bin stores, the Royal Enfield dealer, Kelly can look the stuff up, and she says, nope, that's not the same filter as what ours takes. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, it's the one like the 350s do, where the spring is attached to the filter instead of, you know, loose in the outer cover. But anyway, let's get this thing going. Takes a surprisingly long time to get that thing. I'm not at the full temperature by no means. I'll do that afterwards, because yeah, she'll run out here for a while with the fan on her. Keep it blowing right at the head, so you don't, you know, I tell you guys about, you know, short run and heating up the head. You need to fire it up shortly after it gets running, go. It heats the engine up much faster. And to prove that, you know, I'll sit here with it sitting there idling, and then I can go to about 3rd or 4th gear and just let it sit here and idle. And so I'm moving the whole transmission. Everything's getting moved in there. Plus it's tossing the oil around. But I don't ever take the drain plug out, because if you look at your maintenance schedule, it tells you to check that pickup screen every time. So I just take the screen cover off. I don't even take the drain bolt off. I'm going to check the screen anyway. Start with a nice, fresh, clean pan. So if there's anything in there, you want to see it. And yeah, let her drain. So let's get her going. I mean, the oil feels perfectly fine, but I don't know, that just seems oddly dark to me for only having a little over 1,000 miles on it. But it is MotorEx oil. I mean, it doesn't smell funny. It just smells like oil. It doesn't even smell like there's no, like, you know, you can tell when a bike's running too rich, or you're smoking a clutch or something like that. The oil definitely has a smell to it, and it just has no smell. It literally just, you know, like if you open up the canister and smell inside there, it smells like motor oil. But its consistency is super, super slippery. Nothing funky going on. So just, why did it turn so dark? I just loosen it. You can see it's just sitting there. Just let her drain there. Because if you try fighting that thing off while it's still oozing out everywhere, you end up all over you and everywhere else. Good old tinfoil form a funnel. Keep the stuff from falling into the skid pan there, and now you gotta take the whole skid pan off to clean that out. There's no chunks of anything. You look at those 2 lower cups over here, and that's, you know, that's on the filter side. This is filtered side, because it comes up goes through that screen, and out she comes. But yeah, let that sit there. Drip dry. Should be able to pull this out by hand. Nothing. Looks like lint. That's probably from me with my rags when I was cleaning everything up top. That's it. No metal, no nothing. A piece of what you call it, sealant sitting there. That's the side. And always try to, you know, you can tell there's a little bit of a lip to it. You can see it's like fatter at the bottom. Make sure you always go in the same way. You know, so in case there's something stuck in there that you didn't see, you don't want to let it go up into the system. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, absolutely clean. I mean, that's as slippery as that oil comes out of that container. It just seems odd that it's got a bit of color to it like it does. Not even pointing to what I'm doing. After I change the oil filter, I'll drop it off the center stand and let it sit on the side stand, and it purges a surprising amount out still. So I'll swing to the other side right quick. Another nice thing about using foil is this thing and that exhaust is still hotter than a $2 pistol and a bar brawl. So it makes it nice. You're not melting anything on your exhaust. So let's do the old finger test on the oil filter side. Nothing. No sparkles, no nothing. But these Royal Enfields are pretty famous for being extremely clean running motors. That seems to shock people for some reason. I don't know. Most people have no exposure to these things, so I don't know if some old wives' tale that I don't know where they're picking stuff up from, but yeah, I don't know. I don't try to research those things. It's usually crackhead people that have no knowledge and just yammering at the old bark box, you know. But anyway, just a simple oil and filter change. I just let her sit here and drip dry for a bit and button everything up. The other thing about those bottles, if you ever use MotorEx, they got the coolest. You don't need a funnel. Got the coolest little snout with that comes in the bottle, and you don't need a funnel at all. But that is just like pouring antifreeze out of a bottle in that one. So better funnel up. And I don't remember, but I think the clutch is right underneath the... Oh, no, it's got a good hole. Like the 350, the clutch basket is directly underneath it, so a funnel won't hold itself. So you literally have to hold the funnel while you're pouring in. It doesn't go deep enough, and the funnel goes tuk, 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 phoom. Now you clean up a big mess. I was struggling to remember the name of the nice gentleman that dropped the filters off. I think it was like a 6-pack he sent in, but in the little Ziploc, the very bag that you drop those things off. And Chris, thank you very much, sir. Kelly wrote your name on a piece of paper and threw it in the bag. So I remember who it was that gave me the filters, and that's what I've been using so far on the Himalayans. So I still have 3 left because I've done the first service on mine, first service on Kelly's, and now not really a second service, but basically a second service. Here's a part number if you have an older Himalayan prior than 2023. I don't know if 22s were that way or not, but Kelly and I's are 21s. They are all spanking new at the time. But here we are. And again, let's let this thing finish off for a bit and we'll move forward. You'd be amazed once you kick that thing off the center stand how much oil comes out of that thing. It's crazy. But you gotta be very careful that you don't knock, you gotta watch it because it goes forward when you drop it off. You don't want your center stand to grab your pan And yeah, just gotta be careful taking it off of there. So I will seal it up while it's sitting this direction, and I'll use some cleaner and flush that screen out real good, and put her back together, and we'll top her off with oil. She's getting her fresh oil change. When I seen how dark that was when I was putting I guess it's not that bad now that it's out in the open, you know. It looks funny in that gray pan, but well, you seen it wasn't that dark. But anyway, I want a fresh cam to start off with some fresh oil. Just peace of mind kind of a thing. That's that for that. Let her run out here for a crazy amount of time. Make sure everything's... That's the nice thing about this is a single cylinder air cooled. They don't hold on to a lot of condensation for very long. So I always tell people, if you love to ride to work and you live close by, get yourself a small bore single. They don't suffer from the things of large engines, you know. It takes a long time to get all that condensation stuff out of them. It's just a big deal. But yeah, she's all good. Got a fresh oil and filter. Everything looks great. She's ready for the wild adventures. Feel like I'm neglecting my little gal over here. I'm not. You're on my mind all the time there, young lady. All of you guys are. All right, I'll get with the mom. We'll do a goodbye right quick. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Well, hello there, YouTube. I'm sure several of you have noticed this. I didn't notice it while I was sitting on the ground working on the Royal Enfield, but I kind of spun through some clips, you know, gotta make sure there's audio and that kind of stuff, you know. And I stopped, and I think it was when it's sitting on the side stand. I was talking about the oil draining out. It was that part of the video, and I look and I go, what's missing there? The cap on the end of the swing arm on the left-hand side is missing. But what's funny is when I did the cam, I was like, the bike was running, I was doing one of the run cycles, and I look down and I see that cap doesn't look like it's flush against the hole that it's in, you know. It's about, you know, about that big around. I'm sure you guys seen it. You can see grease and everything else inside there. And anyway, while I was doing that, I grabbed a rubber mallet and walked past and went whack, gave her a whack. And it made like a snap sound, you know. I go, well, those things are rubber. I go, it's funny it made that sound. Well, I meant to go back, put the hammer away. It's a rubber mallet, real light. And went to go back and check that thing out. Well, on my test ride, it must have fell out. Good luck getting that thing back again. Yep, the shipping would cost more than the thing, you know. I'll look up the part number, see if Kelly can get a hold of our bin store and get one coming for me. Dadgummit. And it looks terrible. There's some kind of, like a primer or something that's on that frame before they powder coat them, and it just looks weird. It almost looks like rust, but it's actually it looks like primer. The grease is in there and everything else, man. But anyway, all that's done.
Poor Hub.
Fresh oil and filter change on the fresh new cam, and kind of starting off fresh once again.
Very good.
Anyway, I think on that, we're going to roll on out.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
All right. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.